evening, TikTok. Sunday night, we're here to have some fun with some packs. All sorts of stuff got built in the bin. Again, the shop, the deal, the things are here. The biggest of the big, obviously, Edge of Eternities right now. Out this weekend. Had a blast opening it. Had a lot of fun opening it when I could around here, too. So happy to rip, happy to ship for all that wonderful stuff that you guys are looking to do. We did build out a whole bunch of stuff as well in the shop for our what do they called? Promo packs and box toppers. So I got more promo packs and box toppers in there. That's a thing you are interested in. And all that jazz. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'm gonna post on Discord. Discord, there it is. So yeah, all sorts of good stuff available today. Plenty of fun packs to open, rip or ship, whatever you want to do. We are still in the 120s on the goal that we need to hit by the end of the month. So we got a lot of work to catch up. I thought we would get a decent jump forward yesterday, but still pretty slow. So we got to work on that. And the other thing that we got going, I believe we have one coupon active right now. 13 remaining, $4 off $30, as well as free shipping at 45. So you want to get there. We are right on the edge. Oh, I think we could do that one. So we potentially get another set of coupons based on that. And then we are right on the edge of hitting the big boy, the $800 in incentives, which will be $3 off 30. That's a lot of freaking coupons. So then that'll be up and running. I assume they give you the better one first, but we'll see what happens. Who knows? And all that fun stuff. And then was it the Surge Sprint event? We were ranked 122nd. We need to be in the top 100. So my guess is, have a decent road to catch up after yesterday's sales. So we'll see. If we get there, awesome. If not, then we'll know what we need to beat next time that comes up. Yeah. Happy to rip or ship anything in the shop and all that fun stuff. Yeah. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. We should have music going, I hope, maybe. Yeah, we got a little Solaris music going, which is a theme song to the video game, obviously. And so space music for the space set, because we got space, chat. And because video game music isn't usually copyright infringement stuff. That's always fun. Yeah. If anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. We have tons of different stuff. Draft, set, play, collector, old mystery 2 boosters, jumpstart, clue, box toppers, and promo packs. Both all the foils are done so far that I have here already. And then I got the OTJ non-foil promo pack. It's just really tedious to list stuff, so when it happens, it happens. It gets done. I have a handful of minutes while the children were not driving me insane today to be able to get those listed. So we're up to 82 products, and hopefully within the next week I can get the rest of them listed. I did place a bunch of different orders to fill in some blanks, as well as find some product I haven't seen in a while. So that'll be fun when that gets here. And then I'm planning to start working on the commanders that I have remaining to get them listed. And at that point, I'm probably going to be well over 100 items, and you won't even be able to see it on anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, chat. If you want to shop around, take a look around. A little bit of everything in there. All the commanders you see out there. Oh, I did get in Adventure in Forgotten Realms collectors. They're expensive now. What the hell? AFR used to be so cheap, and now I found a deal, and it still wasn't even that great of a deal compared to what I used to be able to buy them for. So it's like we're just kind of battling through that the bull market of all this. But if that's something you want to chase, get a Tiamat out of it, you never know. Can always be good stuff. Otherwise, I am happy to rip or ship for you. All this wonderful stuff and then some floating in that shop. We went and hung out with our neighbors on our other side. They're the ones with the pool that we have, or that they have. And never really got the chance to get to know them other than in passing, but it's pretty cool. The husband, or the, uh, yeah, he is, his buddies play a ton of Magic. I'm like, that's awesome. Cool. He's played a little bit, but it's not exactly his thing. That's okay. But it's just more connected. But it's always interesting to hear about that. Yeah. Other than that, busy week coming up, but I think I'll still be able to get my evenings in for TikTok and do a little bit of whatnot as well. Got to get the, got to work through all of the Edge of Eternity stuff I opened because I want to be able to offload some of those singles to people that need it, um, and clean that out. And also all the other singles that I have because there's way too many of them at this point. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I've been seeing some of the Spider-Man spoilers. I'm curious what you guys think think on it. Excuse me. Ooh, that went down the wrong way. Um, just a giant question mark on that, right? I haven't really liked the spoilers arts, so we'll have to see on that. What's the oldest set I have? That's a good question. Is it? Huh. Give me a second. Let me see if I can figure it out. I want to sort them by age. Because the thing is, I don't know which ones are when out of it. There's a handful of them that are all kind of the same timeline. So I'm curious if chronological. Nope. At least that. That is not what that looks like. Name. Release stat. Nope. Set type. Nope. That list doesn't do it. Morrowind, no. I know what you're talking about, but I don't. Okay. Where is it? Great, you gave me a list, but this is kind of a junky list. Let's see, what is the oldest that I have? Guilds of Ravnica, no. Core 19, Masters 25. I'm older than that. Amoket Kaladesh 2016. Conspiracy Take the Crown is older than that. Probably I have Battle for Zendikar is older than that. I have Origins, so that's still the oldest. Dragons of Tarkir is now my oldest. Fate Reforged is still older than that. So Fate Reforged is 2015. Conspiracy is 2014. Journey into Nyx is 2014. Do I have Born of the Gods? I don't think so. I have OG Theros, so that's 13. Do I have Gate Crash still? I have Gate Watch. I don't have Gate Crash anymore, right? Return to Ravnica, no. I'm almost there. I'm working on it. Yeah, it looks like whatever I just said. Theros. OG Theros is my oldest from the looks of it. Yeah. Yep, that's it. OG Theros from 2013, it looks like. That's always fun. But there is a lot of good older ones in there. That's why I say when I say old school boosters, it's sad now that 2013 is considered old school. 2013 is actually after I sold my collection. I stopped playing in 2012 ish, and I sold my collection for a down payment on a house, basically. Um, and I had like a real full time, all that stuff, and so I sold it all. I started playing in Revise, like when I was 9 or 10 or whatever when it came out. That's when my friends at the time got me into it, and yeah, so I've been here for a very long time. I just took a break. I did order some M14 today. That was really the oldest I found. That was of that was an appropriate price. A lot of the old stuff is too expensive now. Just driven off lack of supply. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, you let me know. Pick up something in the shop. Use those coupons up. We really haven't had a lot of orders for the fact that we've had 50 coupons. So people are clicking it but not putting orders in. So you got to get those orders in, and then I can ship you some great cards. Either we open them or we don't, but they'll still get shipped and all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I've got. I mean, I have signed alpha beta stuff, and I have yeah, exactly. So what I've done, I've graded some, um, and it's not that bad actually, but it's um, expensive is all really. Really, at the core of all of it, it's expensive. And so I've said stuff like I have Arabian Nights stuff signed by the artist that I sent in for grading, all that, like Christopher Rush stuff. Um, so yeah, I have a whole bunch of signed, revised Sarah Angels because when I was a kid, that was the thing. Sarah Angels and Siobhan Dragons. The first card I ever pulled out of a starter deck of revised was a Siobhan Dragon, and I was the cool kid on the block at that time because no one cared about dual lands at that point. They were $20 bills all day, every day. We've done a significant amount of grading. I haven't done a lot of it recently because I'm lazy. You're into Angel decks with a twist of black? Yep. That's exactly what I played back in the day for a long time. So yeah, that's a good one. Actually, white and black is pretty solid in Edge of Eternity is right now, which is kind of cool. That's what I played at my pre-release. They packed so much paper in. I had the other half of my Edge of Eternity's play show up, and I just placed another order for another case, just in case. Huh? It was a good deal. So that's fun. So much Edge of Eternity. Hopefully, we'll sell some of it. That's the big part. It's been really quiet, quieter than I expected. We'll see if that takes off or not. Angels and Goblins, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I never played that style. I played Goblins before, but never as Angels and Goblins. Which red and white is a good combination for some of the Angels out there. Always is a nice box. Yeah, chat. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Happy to rip, happy to ship on this fine Sunday evening. Get your products sometime in the middle of this week. Be ready to go for the full release of Edge of Eternity's. I'm curious how everyone felt about their pre-releases if you played in any over the weekend, or Friday for that matter. Can never gauge that one. Yeah, tons of good stuff in there. All sorts of interesting stuff I added. Literally new. It came out on Friday. Or the pre-release was on Friday. Which is always fun. How was the weekend? Weekend was solid. I did a lot of selling yesterday for a bunch of different stuff with Edge coming out and all that. Though surprisingly, I didn't sell I didn't sell much Edge of Eternities. I sold a lot of everything else. We're actually sold out of Final Fantasy, which it's expected. I can't get any more for a good price. But Friday I did a pre-release, and I went 1 and 2, and I kind of had a mediocre pool, so I can't tell if I don't like the set for the set, or if I don't like the set because my pre-release because it was kind of garbage. So I don't know that one. Yeah, unfortunately for holding I can't hold boxes. I am not someone who can hold boxes. I will open it over time. It just is. I've set myself for my business choices to drive sales as soon as I have product. And once I'm out until there's another appropriate price point to offer those sales again. Oh yeah. What's crazy is that if you would have pre-ordered when 2 months prior to release from some of these sites, you would have doubled your money in 2 months. So if you put $1 million in, you could have gotten 2 million. I did. I bought $20,000 worth of stuff, and I don't have the exact math anywhere. And I didn't sell it for what it is today. I sold it out the gate, and yeah. So it's one of those. I easily profited a decent amount on it. I don't have the exact dollars because it's sold over many different price points, but yeah, it's crazy for that one. Edge of Eternity's collectors, if you would have pre-ordered 1 month prior, you could have gotten them for $245 from a couple websites. Those websites sold out in a matter of 30 minutes, by the way. So you would have to have been right in the timeline to grab them. But they're now going for $450. That's a little less than double, but still 1 month to less than double your money. That's insane. Technically, the Edge of Eternity's play boxes I have out there, I got for $99.99, and they're going for $145 a piece. So it's like I technically can 50%, but instead I'm offering my prices are always 60% markup from what I buy, because that absorbs all of my fees and absorbs the free shipping if it gets hit, and any other expenses like packing materials and all that stuff. And then I make a little bit, but I don't go and price based on the current market. Because I'd charge you a heck of a lot more, which isn't fun. Each, yeah. Well, so referring to each pack, yes. Before release, they would never have been 160ish because they went to stores at 200 and something. I think 285 might have been the store buy. But maybe for the play boxes, I don't know. Play boxes, yeah, you could have gotten the play boxes as cheap as 140. I think I bought it 142 for some of them. Now, I don't have a distribution license. I'm just independent in my basement. So everything I do is sourced from like on fourth or fifth fiddle, depending on where it is. So Magic sells it to the distributor sells it to some random website. I buy it from that website. No, you're good. No, don't worry about it. Let's put it this way: the prices change so freaking much. Who knows what it was at certain times? Yeah. Uh, happy to rip or ship all this wonderful stuff here. Free shipping at 45. How much for a booster box? Booster box of play is going to be 30 times whatever's in the shop. I don't have boxes built, so what is that running? If you're referring to collectors, it's 12 times whatever's in there. Let's see. So $6 times 30 is 180 bucks. So I know how to get it. I've asked. They've told me. You have to have a brick and mortar. You have to go through the so you have to have a shop, full on shop. Brick and mortar. You have to host games regularly and have to prove to them that you're hosting the game. Then you have to become WPN certified uh, through the system, and then you can start to get allotments. Though you're at the bottom of the barrel, very bottom. So you get the highest prices and the fewest. It doesn't matter. No, I can leave that. I don't care. The prices I offer, the prices I offer. There's a coupon in there. There's free shipping, all sorts of stuff. So I appreciate you offering them. From there, you get the bottom of the barrel of those of those the store list that's there, and then you have to prove that you're going to start buying some discounts based on your price and better allotments, and then from there, you have to establish a very long period of time to even get good value. So it's basically not worth it. Yeah, you're better off going and buying someone's store and inheriting their stuff. Or finding a store who will hook you up. And I haven't found that yet, and that's probably most of my frustration. The best I've got is that because I do this significantly, um, I turned it into a business, which then allowed me to be a reseller. And resellers meant I got tax exempt in the state, which then reduces state sales tax of 7-ish%. So that's been like my big savings out of all of it. Everything else is just trying to find the right places that offer the best deals. Plus, free shipping is a big thing. You can find free shipping. That's why like TCG sucks because you cannot get reseller and you cannot have free shipping in most cases. And so it's like you get nailed for 7% in taxes, you get hit for shipping on a lot of different sellers. And so from here, like, yeah. So if you find free shipping, that's the value, and then you get hit for tax. But turn it into a business. MTG Arena ruined MTG. It did not. MTG Arena is garbage in comparison to the actual paper game. But like my pre-release that I went to on Friday was 48 players in the pre-release and 18 players doing Commander. So they weren't at home playing Arena. What I will say is that Arena is a very good source of testing out things. I don't agree with it, and I played Magic Online when it came out originally, and I was disappointed in them creating a game that it is versus a some other style of like MMO style or something like that. So I disagree with them monetizing it the way they did. I think that's garbage, and it's all digital and whatever. But for what it is, I don't. It didn't really, in my opinion, ruin Magic. I just think it's not. It's not what they should have done. But they're in it for the money. They're not in it for the game and the community. So that's pretty blatant right now. Just look at a lot of what's going on right now. It's just they're clearly in it for shareholder funds and reducing expenses and all that stuff. So, still love the game. Still have a lot of fun playing it. Just not happy with the current market for cards. I try to find the best deals to offer you the best prices, so that's why it's such a painful like chase for me. Literally reviewed all of the collectors today, and there was nothing I would have bought. I actually originally for Magic Online, I thought they were going to make an MMO style game similar to the Chandelar video game made by Micropose. It's a very old game. Uh, and I thought they were going to be similar to that, and it was going to be similar to what Pokemon trading card game was on the Game Boy. I thought they were going to mirror that and come in that way. They didn't. Card Howler, think it helps that new players and my sons enjoy learning how to play with Arena. Yeah, I definitely think it is a good resource. It's just kind of giving them free money. Like you get digital assets. Look at every game these days, right? You get digital assets. I've done it. I enjoy drafting on it. It's a nice to have an on-demand draft community. Um, but it's just not what I envisioned Magic, given what I started with back in the day. I really did think they were going to mirror Pokemon TCG in an MMO style. I was excited for that, and then it came out that what it was, and I was like, oh my god, painful. It is what it is. And Card Howler, thank you for promoting the Final Fantasy stuff. That was awesome. You helped wipe it out really fast. We were through like 3 boxes very quickly. But yeah, all my stuff's pretty good prices. Just pick and choose as you go. Whatever's hot. If you want to grab me, go for it. Um, yeah, got to build up that following. So much fun. It's actually really hard to do, but it's still entertaining. Happy to be here and sell stuff and all that fun stuff. But yeah, chat. If you guys want to riff or ship, let me know. All sorts of crazy stuff in there. I'm trying to. It's not exactly easy these days. Um, I do not know the Defiance TV series. Actually, I don't even might have seen stuff on it. But so the big thing right now is that I have a spreadsheet that keeps track of everything I've bought over the last 2 years, basically, and it is impossible to find anything that beats the previous price. It's so frustrating. And so, in general, everything is going up, which we all know, right? It's blatantly obvious. But it's just like that's my goal is always to try and buy below my previous purchase price, and it's not working. I added, let's see, so I got some of the promo packs back in. Changed the entire plan. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I added promos, box toppers. I did get AFR collectors in, and we got promos going and all that, and then Edge. And then we did get Commander Masters draft, which again, that was kind of painful to list. But here we are. Yeah, chat. Hanging out, taking it easy tonight. We are so close to some of these goals that have just a handful of days left. It's crazy. I will say that I thought Edge of Eternity was going to be hotter this weekend, but it hasn't been. It's been really quiet. I don't know if that's. I might be too high in the collector. I'm a little worried about that, but that was what the math turned out to be based on my purchase price, and it's probably better. I'm curious what I would add to sell for if I was buying today. 450. Those will buy 12 is 37.50. So it'd be 37.50 if you bought it today. But then I go by 60% mark. I would have to have been 62.99. Really, probably 61.99. That's insane. chat. That's just crazy. Yeah. Any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Happy to chat about stuff and all that craziness. What else is going on? Actually, let's look at MTG stocks. I'm curious what is going on for prices this weekend based on this launch. That's something I haven't looked at. So, if you're ever interested, for those of you that pay attention to the price changes of everything, MTG Stocks is a great location to go and see that. It has a lot of the information of, so you can go to the interests, which will tell you the trends over yesterday and since last week for price point changes. And so it's fun to see some of the stuff that's in here. For some reason, the gaffer is through the roof from Lord of the Rings. Really? Oh, that's just the showcase scrolls. I was going to say there's a Shelob in here, but that doesn't make any sense. Case Defiler from Warhammer 40K's up there. Beacon of Immortalities, though. Wow, a lot. That's insane. Overlord of the Boiler Bridges. I don't care about that. Arcane Denial. It's not that much up. Summon Titans actually trending up a little bit. Interesting. Bitterhorn Nisa's Animus has always been good, but now it's the extended art is $45. That's insane. Some Secret Lair mountain went up a bunch for some reason. Sliver Hive Lord, that makes sense actually. Hatchery Sliver as well. Both of those are up. The Infinity, well, we know the Infinity Shocks are up. That makes sense too. Okay. That. That's about like all of the core. There's stuff that now I'm at like the 50% rises, and that's not too big. And most of it's pretty normal. We'll see. This week we'll start to see what Edge of Eternities does to the market, if anything, for that matter. I like this set. I will definitely say it is very pretty, but it's a little bit mechanic heavy. How much for a whole box? 44 times 12. 5 something plus, what is that? 44 times 12 would be 528. And plus tax. So I think it turns out to be like 540 something or somewhere in that range. Yeah, it's more expensive, but play boosters would be 30 times whatever my price is there. I don't have that one. Which would be, so if you buy the box, obviously it's going to be more expensive than what you can find a box for on the internet. But I'm willing to rip the whole damn thing here. So you're asking for a lot of time. That's the reason. 180 for a box of Edge Play. And that's before any coupons, or I offer free shipping over 45, all that crazy stuff. So it's all a bit of fun. My primary goal on here is to sell packs, not boxes per se. I am happy to ship you a box, rip you a box, whatever. But that's the main goal. They're pricey, and they're clearly overpriced versus the current market, but it's entertainment and time too. That's all. Yeah, whatever. You don't have to even do a full box unless you want one shipped to you. Because I have all of it. Yeah, later, that's fine. I will not be out of Edge of Eternities anytime soon, based on the current sell-through. It's all good. Yeah, you'll be in good shape. Prices aren't going to change either. The only thing will be is if those coupons expire that are there, because they go, I think, up to 7 days. So that's the only thing with that. I might unlock some more if we have any other sales. So it's not a huge coupon, but it's enough of a coupon that if you go over the $45 mark to get free shipping, it's generally going to save you around like $8 to $12, depending on what your shipping could have been. And so at that price, that's like 20%, which is cool. Yeah, chat. You want to get in there and rip some stuff? Go for it. Or have me rip it, rather. Have at it. Otherwise, happy to ship as well. We've got draft. We've got set. We got collector. We've got play. We've got old school boosters. Jumpstart 25. We've got mystery booster 2. We've got clue. We've got promo non-foil and foil. We've got box toppers as well. That box topper's expanded. We'll see how long those last once it starts to go. So I included some other ones that I had sitting around. And just generally all sorts of good stuff to have fun with is the goal. A lot of those promos and box toppers I thought would be nice little add-ons when you're trying to go like, you're at $40, let's throw a promo pack on to get over the 45 or something like that. Just a nice little spacer. Some of them are expensive though, because my god, Keldheim promo packs were expensive. But who knows? Is what it is. Just something fun to do. Yeah, chat. If you want to rip, you want to ship, you let me know. Oh, itchy. There we go. Fixed it. Let me go grab a box for do this for a little while. Worth it. Ooh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, it goes for any of you. If you haven't followed yet, do it. Hit the button. Hit the button, chat. This is social media. You gotta be social with the button. Just hit it. Happy to rip, happy to ship. Any of the stuff in the wonderful shop. If you got any questions, comments, concerns about it, you let me know. Chat about it. Figure it out from there. I'm gonna do a little unsleeving while I have the spare time. That's not too chatty. But if you do want to chat about something, feel free to let me know. I am really curious about people's impressions of Edge of Eternities. No one seems to want to speak up, which makes me wonder how many people actually went to pre-releases. We had the largest pre-release that I've ever gone to at the shop that I went to. So that's where I'm curious about it. But it seems like no one wants to talk about it here. And then, yeah, happy to rip or ship any of that stuff in there. Otherwise, it looks like I'm taking apart a little bit of a old rat deck, maybe? Get the chance, hit that follow button. Do it. Don't let it get away without you. I also saw Dragonless send me a heart. Thank you. I don't know how long ago that was. Thank you for here. $43 in a 25-year local shop. Go buy them out right now. That's a phenomenal price. That's $300 a box, and you can sell them for $450. Go buy them out right now. Don't let them get away with that. That's insanely cheap. Let's go. Congrats on that. That's going to be an awesome buy. Man, I wish my shop had a bunch of it for sale at 25. That'd be amazing. Dude, you would be profiting. What is that? I can do the math. 25. That'd be $300. You'd make $150 a box. Oh my goodness. That's easy. Easy money. Doesn't even know what he's talking about. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip, you'd like to ship, have at it. That's actually spot on pricing. That's crazy. TCG has them at 42.50. That makes sense. Given the current price that they're at and the fact that the boxes are going up. I'll just go sell them over there. Liquidate. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip, you'd like to ship, you let me know. Happy to do so. Free shipping at 45. Make sure to beat that out. Easy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to talk about any of the products that we got, tons of good stuff in there. Happy to rip, happy to ship. For a product that's already on its way up again. Crazy. I'm really excited to see how this trends for how pretty it is. I just curious what people still think on the set. So that's where I'm at. No, no one seems to want to talk about it, which is okay. Yay, okay. Yeah, chat. You let me know if there's anything you would like to rip or ship. Happy to do so. I am unsleeving cards as we speak. It's the most fun thing you could ever do. When all you ever do when you bought collections was receive sleeved cards constantly. Oh, I sent you my commander deck. Great. More cards done sleeve. That's how it works. Yeah, chat. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Happy to rip or ship anything in the shop. Tons of good product in there. We did get in some Adventure in Forgotten Realms collector packs, so that's always fun. Get yourself a Tiamat or many other solid cards in that set. Change the pin to that. Seeing how the interest is. We'll bounce around some pins here. Whatever aside from there. We do have Edge of Eternities if that's what you're chasing. Also got a little bit of everything else. Draft set play, collector, old school booster, jumpstart 25, mystery booster 2, clue, box toppers, promo packs, Pokemon. A little bit of everything. It's crazy, I know. I have a problem. I like to buy a lot of different things as opposed to dedicate to one specific thing. Got any questions, comments, concerns? Let me know. Happy to chat. about any of the products we have, as well as anything about Magic. I'm not enthralled with the Spider-Man stuff. It's really kind of wishy-washy looking. Really busy art too. So we'll see. Can't tell if it's going to be even remotely a good set, except for the people that are Spider-Man fans. All that fun stuff. Wow, a scalper? Who? Me? No. I don't really scalp, though technically anyone who sells more than the base price is technically a scalper, so you're not wrong. Though I'd like to be curious why you say wow to that. It's like it's a surprise. Are you surprised that there's scalpers on the internet? I'm just curious, Gimrick. I'd like to have a conversation about this. Seems like we have an interest in people talking about that this evening. Joined? Said he left. Did he leave and come back? Maybe. Who knows, chat? It's an adventure. Am I selling boxes? No, I just sell packs. You are a scalper. By the definition of a scalper, everyone that sells packs is a scalper because they're selling to make a profit, like anyone else in this world. So, yes. I just don't know why you said wow, like you're surprised. That's all. Really sad, honestly. So Justin, I'm not selling boxes explicitly. I guess if you wanted a box, you could buy 12 if it's collector, 30 if it's the new play, 36 if it's an old drafter player set, or 30 if it's set. Whichever set you're looking at, you could always let me know. And I could sell you a box from that, but you'd have to buy the stuff. I'm primarily selling packs, as my interest is a rip and chip. Yeah. Chat. Happy to rip, happy to ship any of this wonderful stuff in the shop. We do have Edge of Eternities in there. I've been bouncing around, pinning some different stuff up that I've recently got in stock. We've got box toppers. We've got promo packs. We've got collectors, play, set, draft, old school boosters, jumpstart, mystery booster 2, and clue, as well as some Pokemon if that's your cup of tea. Always happy to jump in for all that stuff. We did get some Commander Masters draft in, as well as some Lord of the Rings set, on top of a bunch of other stuff. Something popped up. Invader sneaking in here. Hi, Invader. How you doing? Invader. Picking up. Where is it? It's right here. Gotta get my list. Invader loading 3 Edge of Eternities collectors, a Zendikar Rising foil promo pack, and a Strixhaven foil promo pack. Let's go. So 3 of those. We got 1 of the Zendikar and 1 of the Strix. Very nice foils. I gotta get the non-foils in, but I'm moving. The salt, right? Spicy. Spicy's more like it. Here we go. And then, of course, you usually rip, so I assume you're ripping. Got 3 Edge of Eternity collectors. That Zendikar Rising foil promo and the Strixhaven foil promo. I'm going to put the promos last. I can rip. Thank you, Invader. Good luck. Let's see how we do for you. Blooming Stinger. Frontline War Rager. This is your first EOE. Okay. Slag Drill Scrapper. Metalled Moxite. Cloud Sculpt Technician. Uthros Cyanicist. Cut Propulsion. Fell Graveship. Scout for Survivors. We got that island. Looks so pretty. Followed by an Infinite Guideline Station. That's a pretty cool station. 5-color station. Horizon Explorer. The Ceremia. Isn't this supposed to be one of the good ones? I can't remember. Shambling Vet looks great. And a Lumen class frigate. Very nice. Plus the Beast. Beast Clue. Interesting. Very nice indeed. I think the Ceremia is important, if I remember correctly. Search your library for a legendary creature card. Reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. For a 3 casting cost, that's actually really freaking good. And then it becomes other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Man, that is a really good card. Nice. Congrats on that, Vader. Thought so. No idea values. It's okay. Neither do I, because it probably changed since yesterday, so it's impossible to know. Hull Carver, Caveron Turbo Drone, Starbreach Whale, Drill Too Deep, Starport Security, Melt Strider Resolve, All Fate Scroll, Faller's Faithful, Rescue Skiff. We got the planes. Synthesizer Lab Ship. That looks cool. Oh, spacecraft. Ooh, you got the flagship. That's always fun. That one might actually be pretty good too. Ooh, Godless Shrine. We know that card. Followed by an Eldrazi Temple and a Rust Harvester in that borderless foil. That looks so good back there. Nice. An Eldrazi Temple and a Godless Shrine is pretty solid out of one pack. I love that art. I kept one of these for myself too. Looks so good. Another one. You tried. I know. It's a pretty set. It's a pretty set, and that's the problem with it, right? So it's pretty enough that I'm willing to be in play on it. Cryogen Relic, Insatiable Skitter Maw, Beamsaw Prospector, Focus Fire, Red Tiger, Meccan, there it is. Sunstar Lightsmith, Station Monitor, Weftstalker Ardent, Terra Botanist, ooh, with that mountain, nice. Mightform Harmonizer, the Hatchery, I think that one's pretty good too. Terminal Velocity, we got Eldrazi Temple, the other art in foil, and a loading zone behind it. Interesting. 2 Eldrazi Temples. I guess you got to play Eldrazi, right? Gonna start working on that deck. Need a starter or MH3 deck for that. Razor Tail, I see you over there. Yeah, thank you. Very nice indeed. We take, right? All right, Strixhaven foil promo. I think everything is foil, if I remember correctly. I don't know. It's some of these. Everyone's a little different in their explanation of what you get in here, but I found I have to cut them all. Come on, you can let go of the cards. There we go. We'll get there. We'll get there. The promo packs, just for reference, the promo codes may or may not work in Arena if you are an Arena person. We're starting off with a Lorehold Command foil promo in the stamp. Very nice. Followed by the Expressive Iteration alt art. This is actually probably worth a little bit, honestly. And the Blood Sky Massacre from Kaldheim, which is actually a pretty good one, too. That was a pretty good pack, all things considered. But I believe this alt art Expressive Iteration is a valuable one. And then, of course, we'll put the Blood Sky with the extra from here. Then we got Zendikar Rising. Lots of great stuff you can hit in here. Fine, for sure. So shiny. Super shiny. We start off with a Skyclave Shade promo. Into the Royal is a great card, followed by a Guardian Project from RNA. Very nice with the stamp on there. Guardian Project's a really good card, too. Congrats on that. That was a pretty solid 2 packs. Ooh, Invader, thank you so much for going in. I think you did pretty well on the collectors. I mean, it's a crapshoot, right? It'll be different tomorrow as to what the prices are. So hopefully everything is rocking and rolling. I haven't heard like their full rhetoric on is the set good or is it not. It's pretty, but good is the giant question I have. So yeah, nice little take. Couple of Eldrazi temples. Got a shock. You got that. I love this art. It's a Mark Poole art. So good. I think that the hatchery is a pretty good one too. So congrats on all that. I didn't put it in a top loader. Where did the top loader go? Thank you very much, Invader. I appreciate it. Yeah, chat. Happy to rip, happy to ship for anyone today. Lots of good stuff we could hit. Lots of stuff we could ship as well for you. Whatever you're looking for. Tons of pretty stuff out there. Spinning around in circles, just tempting. Buy me. Buy me. I wonder, that might have, did that put us over the threshold for the other deal? I don't remember. I don't remember, chat. That didn't update. Oh no. Oh, it's so close. We're like $40 away from a another threshold that we can hit to unlock. They added more funds to the independent sprint instead of the race sprint. We're so close. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, have at it. Go to the shop, pick stuff up. Lots of good stuff in there. Cost all sorts of things in there. I'm happy to do any of the above for you. Eric, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Building up this wonderful platform. If you do have a chance to hit a follow, please do so. Yes, you. No, sorry, I had to. Yeah, chat. If anyone's interested in some Edge of Eternity, got a pretty good price out there right now. Play packs as well, collectors, set packs, draft packs, of everything else. Uh, Old school boosters are in there. A little bit of everything. It's pretty crazy. Happy to rip, happy to ship. We got some Pokemon for Pokemon fans, which is always nice. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about the products we have here, or want to chat, John, no one likes weird people. Like what? No one likes that. That's dumb. Yeah, chat. Tons of good stuff. You let me know. We're getting up there on sets. I'm running out of shelf space. It's that many. AFR collectors came in today. Got a little bit of those. Commander Masters had come in a couple days ago. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, we got those Commander Masters drafts. Those are nice. Just a little bit of everything out there. That Pilo Boy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Just building up this following. We are also live on YouTube. So hi YouTube. Um, just a little opportunity to put out my data to the YouTube line as well. If you have any questions about the products we got, I'm actually unsleeving cards right now. Glorious and fun and wonderful, all that jazz. Mostly just decks that I had dismantled when I got them as parts of collections. But I am happy to rip and ship for you to take my mind off of this mess and to have some fun. So many sleeves. Insane. Never ending. Number of sleeves. Yeah, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, plenty of good stuff to work with. Promo packs are a lot of fun. We get some crazy stuff in there. We hit a Meat Hook Massacre out of a Dominaria United foil promo pack. So that was really cool. I did not expect, out of everything, I didn't expect that. You never know, you can get a Shelly in there, but whoo, we had a Meat Hook Massacre. That was cool. And then, I don't know, we've hit pretty good out of Edge. Galaxy Foil Shocks, we've hit some other cool stuff as well. Last week we had, and it's still a video on TikTok, the hit video of the masterpiece from Kaladesh. We pulled a Chrome Mox, of all things. You hear that damage? Okay, these are some damage cards. They get tossed away. But yeah, if anyone's interested in ripping or shipping, happy to do so. You're hanging out this fine evening. And if for whatever reason, if you order and you don't hear me call you out at some point for it, that might mean it didn't pop up in my system. I've had that happened yesterday. But what I can't tell is if that person was just shopping my shop and not shopping the show. So who knows? It's an adventure. All of this is an adventure. We're on a ride. Might go somewhere. Might not. Figure it out yet. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. Happy to rip or ship. That's wonderful stuff. Yeah, it's all empty. Okay, fine. Be that way. Yeah, chat. Don't forget the coupons. We might have wiped them out already, even though we've only had one order today. I don't really understand the coupon system all that well yet. Because it seems odd to me that you could wipe out all your coupons and have no orders. But I guess you can claim without using them. So that's a thing. Those are perfect. So yeah, that's an adventure. Who knows? But I am happy to rip and ship. Feeling on it. If anyone has any questions, let me know. We got Edge of Attorneys in there if that's what you're looking for. A little bit of everything that's out there, plus more, honestly. There's even more. Kind of never ending at this point. But plenty of good product to play with. Have some fun, pull some great stuff. Just for you. We've also got a little bit of Stellaris music going right now. The video game, it's like a 4X style space simulator. So it's a good, very good game, but the music is phenomenal and it's space themed, like Edge of Eternities is space themed. Woohoo! All that fun stuff. Yeah, chat. You let me know. Any questions, comments, concerns? Have at it. We can rip, we can ship. Everything will ship out tomorrow when the USPS gets here, because I have a big order of stuff going out. On the weekend. Busy weekend. busy weekend. Very good for all of us. No, they sleeved these upside down. Why would you do this? Yeah, chat. Happy to rip, happy to ship. Ooh, a soul ring though. Bonus. Found a soul ring. Very nice. I wonder if I should be pulling reliquary towers out. Yeah, chat. If you would like to rip or ship, you would let me know. Plenty of good stuff in there. Happy to help in any way possible. Yeah, of course. You're welcome. The system would, no matter how hard I tried to combine that chip, and I was like, well, I need to put something in this package. It doesn't make any sense because technically I don't get paid till a package arrives, right? So it's like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with this? So I had some spare stuff, so I was like, yeah, I will just send it out. It's all good. Rod coming in, picking up two, I think, two of them. In slow load, there it is. Two Edge of Eternity's collectors. See what we can do for you. Would you like those ripped or shipped? Yes, sir, rip. I appreciate it. Coming in. Switching those. 1, 2. Here we go. Good luck. Let's see what we can find. Very pretty set. So let's see if we can hit some of the sexy planets that are out there. The lands that just have gorgeous art. So good. Shieldmate. Exosuit Savior. Gene Pollinator. Graveblade Heavy. Excuse me. Haveron Skywarden. Remnant Elemental. The Might. Memorial Team Leader. Mouth of the Storm. We've got the Galaxy Foil Planes. Very nice. I love this art. The Dominion Bracelet. Interesting. Interesting. That looks pretty cool, too. Planetary Annihilation Extended. Ooh, Memnon. Memnon, the right hand, in Borderless. That's awesome. We got a Cascading Cataracts. That's gorgeous. And the Estrelli Reclaimer in the Borderless foil. Let's go. That was a great pack. I'm going to send this Dominion Bracelet. Looks cool, too. In the top load. In the top load. That seemed like a really good pack. Congrats on that. That Borderless Estrelli is gorgeous. I need that at some point. Looks so good. Come on. What is going on with this top load? There it goes. It never separated. That's so weird. There we go. And then the Memnon. And that is just so pretty. Can't help it. You guys are stuck with me and thinking these are awesome arts. Love it so much. All right. And then the next one. Let's see it. All right. Cryo Shatter. Command Bridge is a nice card. Starfighter Pilot, Sinister's Cryologist, Bombard, Meltstrider Eulogist, Void Forge Titan, Terra Pact Intimidator, Dawnstrike Vanguard. We got the island. Very pretty island. Space-Time Anomaly, Festering Thicket, Starfield Vocalist. Ooh, the Creeping Tar Pit. Followed by Starwinder in Borderless foil. That looks gorgeous for a Leviathan. Look at that. Damn. So good. I haven't seen that before, but the Creeping Tar Pit, absolutely gorgeous. I actually like this out of foil. The foiling kind of made it really tough to see the Creeping Tar. So yeah, just an adventure. Rod, thank you so much for going in, and congrats on those. That seemed like a really solid grouping. Plus, it's pretty. I appreciate that. Let me rip it too, which is the best. Yeah, you're welcome. Connor, how's it going? Good to see you. Repping a little bit here. All that fun stuff. Just such pretty cards out of Edge of Eternities. That's what I love about it. So you guys are stuck hearing about that. This is what it is. But definitely a lot of fun. There is, or there is or was a coupon out there. Actually, there might be another coupon now because I think we just crossed a threshold on that. There might be another coupon out there. Never ending. Um, Big country, how's it going? It's going good. Just hanging out. I've been unsleeving a little bit of rip, all that fun stuff. So I believe that will probably satisfy one of these. Does it? Did it? Steve 800. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, so that should unlock another coupon out there. Yeah. So there's 6 left of the $4 off 30. Then there are 267 left of the $3 off 30. Oh my god, that's a lot of coupons. So we've got coupons for days, chat. You're making burgers? Yum. That sounds good. We had hot dogs with the neighbors. That was very nice. They have a pool, hung out, had a good time. Got to know them a little bit because we really haven't gotten to know them until now. It's bad. I don't know. My wife and I are not the most social people, but so be it. More social with those of you randomly on the internet than I am with, I don't know, anyone else in the neighborhood. So here we are. Yeah, chat. Love to rip for you. Tons of pretty stuff in there. All sorts of crazy stuff. I'm finding you guys a bunch of weird stuff. The Kaldheim set. So Kaldheim is first a little bit of a background. It's a little bit of an older set. It's out of print technically, but um, it is, think of it Viking or Nordic in design. The showcases are very pretty. It has some very good chases in it. Some of the gods can be very good. Burj an example, a few others of them. Um, and then it also, of course, has the Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, which is a insanely good card. Um, I like the set. Ooh, nice. Yeah. And it's got a lot of solid cards. So I was willing to pick it back up, and it's at a decent price point right now. It's going up, though, like everything else. Everything's going up. So I was able to pick up the collectors for a short bit, try and get you a decent deal before it blows itself out like every other set is doing. Yeah, I like it. I've used cards from it, but I didn't play when it came out. So I was. Um, I wasn't collecting at the time. We've definitely had success opening it, though, in the past. We used to carry it quite heavily for a period of time when I got a good liquidation deal at one point. I've been trying to find both the set and the draft packs of Kaldheim for a halfway decent price, and most of them are kind of blown out. So I'm hoping one of these days I come along and catch a good price for it, because that's the hardest part with doing all of this. Has been literally today. I shopped my entire spreadsheet full of stuff, and I only think I found set combos to put some orders in. Mostly filler for like I'm running out of Lost Caverns of Ixalan set packs and a handful of other stuff. So lots of orders get placed for that as I watch the deals roll by when I find them. Few and far between these days. But let's take a look. I actually don't remember what I ordered off of eBay. Let's see. What did I grab today? Today, I'm going to get some War of the Spark in, so that's cool. A little bit more MH3 play. I've got some MH2 set, a little bit of Court 2014. MH1 has 1 box coming. I found a double feature box as well, and a 2019 booster box. Was the primary things I found on here. Lost Caverns of Ixalan was a different site, and I have Amazon had a huge deal on Phyrexian sets at one point. I don't know if it's still up there. I haven't gone and checked, but so that was a really good deal. That thing's probably gone. I bought a lot of that, but it won't ship for 2 weeks. So it's clearly probably the final sale of Phyrexian set right now, which doesn't surprise me. Yeah, chat. All that wonderful stuff in the shop. Could be ripped, could be shipped, whatever you feel. Let's see, what else do we have new in here? Lord of the Rings set. I'll pin that for a little bit. Let's get some exposure on the Lord of the Rings set. Just a fun pack as always to do. Some of you have seen the Lord of the Rings box toppers in there. I went with the going rate on them because obviously they're not normally priced. So cheap packs, yeah, go for it. See if you can do it. Someone was telling me in my area that the Walmarts restock on Wednesdays, so I've got to try and get by there on Wednesday. I would love to find a restock of Final Fantasy at MSRP, but I'm fairly certain it's probably going to be picked through. But that's not surprising. I've tried, let's see. So yeah, I've tried Target. I tried Best Buy as another source if you've got a couple Best Buys nearby. Walmart, like that. Obviously, Costco occasionally has some different products, whether it's Pokemon or Magic. Um, those are like the core ones that I would check, or I have checked. Yeah, Best Buy, and check when you're there. I've been told that they sometimes post it in multiple different spots, and it'll depend on which product it is. So usually it's going to be back in the like the toys aisle or the toys, Legos, like miscellaneous aisles. But sometimes they have it up front by the cash registers too, as like a I don't know, like an end cap buy. Um, Walmart is always at the front by the cash registers, usually like one solid row of. So I never know where they put that stuff. And then Target is also by the cash registers. For those of you that are listening, like, where do I find that there? Because I did that the first time I went in. I'm like, I have no idea where this stuff is. I was back at Walmart specifically. I was in the back, like, in the toys section, thinking, oh, yeah, I'll find it. Always check and always look around a little bit down, like, go look behind some boxes sometimes stuff gets shoved back and around. I have not been lucky with that, but I've known people that have been lucky finding like some boosters that got put behind or that fell behind or things like that. So just always give it an extra like second look. And I have no doubt most of the employees at this point are like, yeah, people come in and check this all the time. Initially, I felt weird like looking around and looking like that lost puppy, staring at it like, why aren't there any left? And I got over it. Yeah, chat. I have relatively good priced packs right here. You don't have to wait till Friday or a restock. We can rip them right now, even. I'll ship them to you, and you'll get them 2 to 4 business days from Monday. Then you don't have to go shopping. You can stay inside, which is what I like to do. Yeah, chat. Anyone like to rip or ship? Let me know. I'm just unsleeving some stuff, working on cards, on top of cards, on top of cards. We unlocked. We did it. We hit the GMV value, by the way, to unlock more coupons. Once this $4 breaks, then it'll be a $3 one. So you have another coupon available, and that thing's got a boatload of them. So there's definitely an opportunity to use those. We are in the running, though it's starting to fall behind, for the sprint for the month. We're currently 122nd out of 100, so we got to catch up. But the only way to do that is if we rip or ship packs. So it is what it is. Now we'll know how to do better. Plus, we're building up that following. If you haven't hit a follow yet, I greatly appreciate it. We broke 300 followers, I think, yesterday. So that's awesome. The hardest part when I started on Whatnot was your first 1,000 followers is so hard to get, but your second 1,000 followers just a little bit faster, and then your third 1,000 followers is just a little bit faster, and so on and so forth. And then we stalled out once the site had some direction difficulties on it. So I haven't really built up my following there anymore. But over here, got plenty of opportunities. Tons of TikTokers. The TikTokers. The Talk Tickers? I don't know. Whatever you guys are called. If you have any questions about the products we've got, shopping around, looking for anything particular, let me know. If there's any products you've been looking for that you can't find, let me know. I might have it. If I don't have it, put it on my radar. And definitely tell you if you're going to tell me Final Fantasy Collectors, I'm just going to laugh at you. Because, yeah, that's not happening. Crazy, crazy prices these days. Hindsight's always 2022. Wish I would have bet the farm on it. Sold off, I don't know, try and get like $1 million, find a loan shark somewhere, put $1 million in, get extra million out. That's the way to do it. Yeah. No, that's a terrible financial. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor here for sure. But anyway, any Commander Legends collectors? No, that one I don't have. Really hard to find actually. Yeah, I don't even think I saw them when I was shopping today. Online. There's Commander Legends Draft in there though, so it does exist, but yeah, not the good stuff. Zendi Rising Collectors. That one I don't have either, though I did see some of that. I just didn't pull the trigger on it, so I'll keep an eye on it, see if I can find a good deal on it, and get some in. Everything. So all the collectors I have are spinning out there in front of you. If you're looking at collectors. So Edge of Eternities, Outlaws Thunder Junction, Infinity, Dominar Remastered, Innistrad Remastered, Aether Drift, Midnight Hunt, New Capenna, Kaldheim, and AFR hiding there. So those are the ones I've got for collectors. But for draft set play and everything else, there's just a long list. I think we have 82 products now, and I would say that 70 of them are all Magic. So it's a lot. And it's good stuff. I love it. I like having a diverse set of products as per the whole giant list that's there. That's just the way I've always run things, is let people pick what they want. A little bit overwhelming. You can always focus into the basics, the front and center stuff, like Edge of Eternities. And then you can go as deep as you want, such as, I don't know, I think we figured out that OG Theros is the oldest that we have. But there's stuff like Kaladesh, Battle for Zendikar, little or Fate Reforged, that type stuff. So that's in there. That could be fun. You can build a chaos out of this. Pretty good chaos draft if you wanted. I probably should build it one of these days, but I haven't gotten to it. Is I can build a product that is a chaos draft in a box. It would be 8 players, 1 play pack and 2 draft packs each, of varying sets of whatever's in stock at the time. And then 8 extra packs that would be your swaps, right? So if you found out that you didn't want Final Fantasy, well, I don't have Final Fantasy, terrible example. Modern Horizon 3, you could swap that out for a Crimson Vow draft. I don't care. Whatever you want to do with it. Whatever you decide along that line. But definitely a solid product. It just doesn't sell very well wherever I do it. Surprising. But I don't know how many people like have 8 players for that, or it's just the price point's so expensive. It's really not, but it looks expensive. Probably the best way to put it. I think it's probably $140 to do that, but it's all of the packs that I have available. So you get a little bit of everything. There's actually a MagicCon I greatly enjoyed. They did a Rochester draft of packs that you turned into a sealed tournament, and I thought that was so cool. That was a lot of fun, actually. I really did enjoy that. It was not easy either. I wonder if one of my local shops would let me do that. Just bring in a whole bunch of packs, talk with them about picking up some extra stuff from them just to make sure they get a cut, and then sell it as a number of players in a seal. I wonder if we could pull that off. Sounds like fun to me. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, let me know. We'll hang out for a little while longer. If it stays quiet, no chatters, no anything special, I will probably go on for the evening into the next, I don't know, whatever I decide I want to do. Might go play some RimWorld. Take it easy for the rest of the night, because back to the grind tomorrow. Last week of summer camp for our eldest, which I'm actually not excited for the fact that it's the last week. I'd hoped it'd go a little longer, because he's a little bit rough when he's like at home all day every day. So we'll see what happens with that. But and then our youngest doesn't have anything really this week. A lot of the stuff that's usually available in the summer is starting to go on not break, but transition back to school time schedules, and so that's ending different things. Like she was doing Mondays were the preschool jump time for the trampoline park, so that's changing again, and so we'll see. Try and get some stuff to do. They do have swimming lessons tomorrow. Fingers crossed. So, our the youngest started swimming lessons last week. First time independent swimming lessons as opposed to with mom or dad. And Monday it was great, the greatest thing ever. And then Wednesday, freaking out, crying nonstop. I don't know what happened. I don't know why she was so freaked out. Just water was terrible. So I'm like, great, we're those people now. So then today we get to the neighbor's pool that we've never been in their pool before, but we go in, get in the water, and she's like attached, like death grip. Oh my god, this is terrible. Water face, not good. Like, okay, and then halfway through, she's all of a sudden swimming just fine. So fingers crossed, she's in good shape for Monday, and now back at actually liking the pool again. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like my wife had said that she had a little incident at the YMCA that freaked her out a little bit, where I think she like stepped off the stair without her floaties and kind of just went wet all the way down. Dang it, Ben, how's it going? Good to see you. Just hanging out, taking it easy. So I don't know if that's like what's driving her a little bit afraid of the water all of a sudden. Have you been checking out any of the Edge of Eternity's? Dang it, Ben? Or you just head in the sand on it? Don't care. It's pretty, that's for sure. You bought a bundle box? Nice. Anything fun? Anything fun in it? Didn't pull anything crazy? Okay. Um, we had some people at our pre-release that pulled pretty well. My pool was kind of meh. Um, my collectors were solid though. I did good on my collectors. I did 2 boxes in total, and a couple extra packs at the shop. But the shop had a good price, so I wasn't gonna pass up. I could resell it, I guess I could have, but I wasn't gonna pass up opening them while I was there. I took someone with who had never played a pre-release before and has only started playing. I have packs to sell. Yeah, they're in the shop. In the shop. If you're looking for play, for sure. Collector's expensive. I don't know if that's what you're chasing, but it's actually really tough to be any good prices on collectors these days for any of the stuff I offer. Crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna switch cams for you. So these are my keepers from what I pulled out of the collectors. Air quotes keepers. I just like it's really cool. The solar array. We got the shambling vent that was in my pre-release. We have the space-time anomaly borderless. Extinguished battleship just looks cool. Reflecting pool is always nice. It's not the best art, but it's not bad either. Echoing Deeps just looks so good. Nova Hellkite, my wife pulled that out of a collector. Gorgeous. Estrelli, though we did just pull an Estrelli in the borderless art for someone. That looks awesome. We got this angel that says Iceman wins the game. It's always nice. We got Dust Bowl, the Void Altar, Gemstone Caverns, very nice. One of the better foils in here. Crystal Quarry. I got a Mutavault in foil, but I'm not happy with it. But I'm going to keep it until I get a better Mutavault because it's really foggy in the foil. The Endstone Extended, High Market. Yeah, this one's gorgeous. I know. This is the keeper stack, unfortunately. Power Depot looks great. Eldrazi Temple. We did hit an Ancient Tomb. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this one. Cascading, Cataracts, Lava Claw Reach, Wandering Fumarole, and some art. So definitely some great cards. And then we have the giant stack of other stuff. I think the top is mostly my top pulls. That is a Needle Spire that's Galaxy foil. Starfield Vocalist in foil. That's cool. Plus a Japanese version. Awakening Haven is a good one. Stomping Grounds, Breeding Pool, Sacred Foundry, Godless Shrine, Power Depot and Galaxy, Blast Zone and Galaxy, a Darkness, Creeping Tar Pit, the Mutinous Massacre, and the Orboard, and then everything else that's kind of cards. So pretty good. And then my top stuff is over here. Making a mess. My top stuff that we hit was the Sliver Overlord in foil, the Tezzeret Cruel Captain, and we hit a Galaxy foil Water Grave. So just some sexy stuff for sure. So very nice for sure. So yeah, if anyone wants to rip or ship, you're more than welcome to. Having a good time with it. We pulled some pretty interesting stuff earlier. Definitely intriguing. No crazy nutsos today, but that doesn't mean we couldn't. You have that tomb. It's so good. I love it. I just like good art, though. I'm a magic art snob. I collect a bunch of it, so it's cool. Back out to the spinner though. You don't see. Are you on computer? If you're on PC, you don't get to shop there, unfortunately. If you're on your phone, that's different. I have it literally pinned for you if you're looking for play packs. So, but if you're on the PC, I don't think you can do it there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I pinned it. That's what I get for being proactive. Of course, right? Or you're blind. Hey, hey, don't worry about it. So am I. Oh, for reference, there's a coupon. I think it's like $4 off 30, but if you go to 45, it's free shipping. There you go. Covering all my bases. Making sure. All that fun stuff, chat. Yeah, happy to rip or ship for any of you. Not just Dang It then. And see what we could find today. Um, Yesterday I took apart a revised binder and a the dark binder, and I will tell you we found some crazy stuff in there. Quite impressive, actually. What? Delina's back up again. What is this? Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, there is both collector and play of Edge of Eternities. And then a whole bunch of other stuff. Just way too much other stuff, honestly. It's a little oppressive. But it gives you choice. You can pick any of the stuff that's in the shop. And I will rip or ship it, except for maybe the box of Pokemon the EV. That one we might have a conversation about. If you would like it ripped, I would, but it's yeah. Evolutions or whatever. That thing's crazy. Crazy expensive too. So is what it is. Dang it, Ben, sneaking in there. Getting to the price point that you need. All right, let me pull it up here. Dang it, Ben, in chat, can you confirm for me that you would like it ripped or shipped? I'd be happy to do so. Where is it? Products. There we go. Give me. Okay. Don't go nowhere. I hear it. I'm not going nowhere. Vixlon 4 is returning. Ooh. Zendy Rising foil promo pack. Ooh. Let's go. I had no idea you guys would be really interested with these promo packs. I thought they were just a little add-on type thing. Gotta go check on it. Make sure it's there, whatever it is. Yeah, chat. I'll rip for Dang It Ben, and then I can rip for anyone else as well. Needed. What did you need? Needed to. Okay. Now what? Does that mean you're ready? You ready to go? Ready to rip? No, I didn't. What did it say? Was it a good one? Give me a sec. Okay, I'm giving you a sec. Working on driving you nuts, that's all. Aren't all coming through? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't understand these systems. Is it that my other chat could tell me? Nope. None of that says anything special. Nope. Still don't see it. Are you getting like shadow blocked or something? Rip. There's Rip. I see it now. Rip it. Let's go. Let's do it. I don't know what's going on, dang it, Ben. Who knows? All right. Gonna go that order, I think. So let's see what we can do. For you, good luck. Dang it, Ben. Starting off with Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Great set, as always. Captivating Cave. Rock Puzzle Door. Volatile Wanderglyph. A Braid. Disruptor Wanderglyph. Vanguard of the Rose. Oh, had been updated. Yeah, Bitter Triumph's nice. Canonizing and Blood. Grasping Shadows. We got a command tower with the dinosaurs. That's a good one. Terror Tide. Malmet Sight. And a Warped Landscape hiding back there. You got the dinos. The double-sided command tower. You're going to get that top loaded. Yeah, the hard part is if you don't have it updated, you have to cancel. It's like a couple bucks these days. You have to cancel the whole order and buy it again. It's obnoxious. Weft Blade Enhancer, Shattered Wings, Nebula Dragon, Gravkill, Selfcraft Mikan, Focus Fire, Dockworker Drone, Close Encounter, Seed Ship Brood Tender, the Sculpting Blast, Territoria Bruntar, Cosmogoyf. You got the Cosmogoyf. That's cool. Pulsar, Squadron, Full art. That's not easy to get. Anti-robot. Yeah. No, you're good. It's all good. We got there. Cosmogoyf looks so cool. The Lurgoyf. Cards in exile, which I guess if you're playing a good exile deck, I can do it. Next one, let's see it. We're a warp deck. Insatiable Skittermup, Starbreach Whale, Starport Security, Germinating Worm, Cav Landseeker, Embrace Oblivion, Drill Too Deep, Dock Worker Drone, Meekan Assembler, Monoist Sentry, Invasive Maneuvers with a Warmaker Gunship. That looks pretty cool. Mental Modulation, the Island, and a Lander. I don't know any of like the top values in here. Well, I know the top values. I don't know the mid-range, I guess is the better way to put it. Steel, Craft, Mechan, Focus Fire, Drix, Fate Maker, Rig for War, Virus Beetle, Zealous Display, Wormwall Sweeper, Lash Whip Predator, Gigastorm Titan, Void Forge Titan, Cut Propulsion. Ooh, another gunship. Interesting. Back-to-backs. Lost in Space. We got the Foil Planes and a Lander. Last pack. Magic. Well, I guess we have the, sorry, Zendikar Rising. It's still back there. Slag Drill Scrapper, Decode Transmissions, Cryogen Relic, Squire Lightblade, Gene Pollinator, Temporal Intervention, Galactic Wayfarer, All Fates Stalker, Galvanizing Sawship, Athros Psionicis, Monoist Circuit Feeder with a Terra. I love this card. Terra Symbiosis is so much fun. Command Bridge and Foil, Swamp, and a Lander. You draw that many cards, one or more plus one. It's like what? Do this only once each turn? That's insane. All right. Oh, this one opened easily. Nice. I forgot that I cut these usually. All right. So Zendikar Rising, foil promo pack. For reference, this code may be expired because of how old it is, but you can still try it. If it doesn't work, you just throw it out. We are starting off with a thriving Skydiver with the promo stamp. Kargan War Leader in the showcase foil, and a Savai Triome. That is a biggie. Let's go. Congrats on that. That's not easy to get with the promo stamp on it and all. Dude, got a Savai Triome out of that pack. That's insane. Damn. That's so good. Yeah. It's not an expedition, but it is a land, so that's pretty impressive. I thought the Savai was quite expensive too, so there you go. You did it. Dang it, Ben. Thank you so much for going in. I appreciate it. All that wonderful stuff coming your way. It's good stuff. I've got a couple other things I'm going to send with just because they've been sitting here forever and I don't want to deal with it, so you get them now. Haha. Haha. Yeah, I am too. But yeah, chat. Happy to rip, happy to ship for you. And all that crazy stuff. We're still working on our Deals Surge Sprint with 3 days remaining. We are ranked 122nd right now. Oh, yeah. I appreciate you going in. Thank you for doing it over here. Honestly, I've had a blast over here. It's been a little slow over the last week, and that might just have other symptoms. Who knows? But, like, they do more over here, and that's a big deal, right? So right now, we have coupons. Those I don't fund those coupons. TikTok is funding those coupons. We hit different missions and goals, and they give me coupons. For you guys, you get to save money. I still get the same money without having to be out of pocket for it. And then they've got like there's this yeah, $4 off. Perfect. Like if you think about it, yeah, it's $4, but at the end of the day, they only charge me 6% fees fees on here. And then I cover the free shipping because that's a cool thing. So that's phenomenal compared to the other stuff we've been doing. But then we've got this big one right now. We're in there. They've got a mission that by the end of the month, everyone is ranked on their sales value. And like we were in the 70s up until a couple days ago. Now we're 122, but the top 100 get $1,000 or more in coupons. What? That's awesome. And then of course, so we have to get there. That's the hard part. But now this is the first time ever doing it. If this happens every month or 2 months or whatever, now you know what you got to do. So it's pretty cool in that sense that like they're putting the interest of everyone in front of being like, oh, we've got to make you pay for all of it. So I really like the platform for that. It also makes me want to stream more because it's like the challenge of trying to rank, right? All that crazy stuff. Appreciate being here on this platform, hanging out with all of you. We're building it up. What do we get to? We've got 7 new followers today. That gets me probably to 315-ish, something like that. We got to build it up, but definitely worth it. Right. Well, good and bad, right? It can be an adventure, but at the same time, I'm not a pressure person. Like I'm not sitting here like, you guys, all of you need to spend $100 now so we can hit our ranking. We got to get ranked. No, it's more about the fun of like saying, hey, we almost got it. Like this is what the first full month of doing this, and we're technically 122nd on the platform. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, no, I totally get it, but I still like it. The nice part is, I guess, in this sense, if we miss, there's still plenty of other coupons that we're earning in the process, right? So it's like they have every day, they have a sales target every single day for the last like 2 weeks. That if you hit the sales target, it unlocks $100 in coupons. Getting addicted to GG, yeah. I've heard a bunch. I've heard a lot of people have been going in. I don't know. Is there something new that came out, or they just happen to be playing it heavy? Maybe I asked you that already and I forgot. I don't know. It all blends together. Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, have at it. Toss it in there. It's good stuff. Yeah, for sure. Well, if you need a filler for an MMO, go for it. I never had a problem with it. I just the guild I'm in, or that was playing that at the time, um, was they bounce around to games very often. Favorite Magic play format: limited, sealed, and draft, preferably. I love that format because everyone's stuck with the same stuff, same garbage in a sense, and so it's you're not stuck playing against people who know their deck like the back of their hand. Um, Bun, what about yourself? You like sealed over draft? Fair. I like draft over sealed. That does depend on the set. I will definitely tell you. You like Commander? Awesome. I play Commander. I just the pacing is a little slow for me. That's all. I like playing aggro in both draft and sealed, and I will tell you that this set is not an aggro person's friend. It is painful for an aggro person to play. That's how my pre-release went. I had one game that took 45 minutes. I'm an aggro player. Still took me 45 minutes, and I lost. I had him at 4 life, and somehow he won. Because he board wiped on the turn that I was going to win. Top decked it and everything. But that's his life. Also, it's the same guy that I think I lose to almost every week because they keep pairing me against him. For some reason, he always wins. Maybe it's just him. Draft over standard? Yeah. I agree on the even playing field because then it comes down to your ability to, whether it's draft or sealed, it's your ability to make a deck out of what you got or what you picked. As opposed to, I went online and found a deck list and I bought all the cards and here we are. And I show up. Still have to explain what you're doing, but that's a lot easier than the other portions of it. Great, now I want to go play draft because I'm excited. I do think I'm gonna skip going to a bunch of drafts for this set. Though it might not be bad for draft. I just know the sealed was a little odd. I'd rather be on here hanging out with you guys. This run. Final Fantasy I was all in for though, so that was kind of crazy. Yeah, for sure. Um we ended up not being able to do Atlanta this year. Um way too many things going on. But at one of these points we'll get it figured out, dang it, Ben. Sooner or later. They'll probably be back at Chicago again next year, because that seems like a good location for them. It worked out really well last year. Well, we're going through like starting, and so is preschool for the two kids, and then we've got like all these other things. And then my wife has a vacation planned. Yeah, way too much. I'm not saying you need to go there, but it's like trying to figure out the following year and things like that. It starts to get easier as my kids get older too, so it's like once everything's up and running, it's easier to go to Atlanta. I won't. I actually don't think I will ever go to the Vegas event after what I've heard it goes on as. Unless I was able to go Black Lotus, but apparently those sell out instantaneously for Vegas, which I now understand why, according to my brother. So yeah, he said he literally could not even like move practically in the halls. It's just packed. I was like, nope, that's not for me. Atlanta will be interesting though. It'd be fun to hear what that turns out like, because that one's probably a little smaller. Oh yeah, I'm not either, Dagobah. I saw some of the art coming out, and I was like, this is kind of not even good comic book art. It's really like overloaded and busy, and the cards seem, I don't know, it's not my thing. I'm not a Spider-Man fan. I don't have a problem with Spider-Man. I just like I don't follow superheroes. So more than like, I will probably skip the collectors for Spider-Man, and I'll just get an order of play in, because I don't think it's going to be worth it. They're already too expensive as it is. I don't think I want to pay for it. So, is what it is. Even as a ripper, unless I somehow find a deal somewhere, I don't think will happen. Stomping Grounds hasn't even posted it yet, so I'm sure they're going to go out at least 500 a box. So it's, yeah, uphill battle. Yeah, chat. If anyone would like to rip or ship, I'm just unsleeving some stuff. More cards for the card monster. I will tell you, Avatar is intriguing, but again, Avatar has never been my jam. Like I didn't watch it. I don't think I've watched a little bit of it, but not enough to say I understand everything. So it's just a question of if Avatar is going to do a Final Fantasy like that feel of fanboys loving it, or if it's going to be like Spider-Man, where it's just kind of, oh, we're gonna keep the magic people interested in universes beyond, right? Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip or ship, have at it. Get in there. All sorts of great stuff that we can do. I'm gonna hang out just a little bit longer, and then I am gonna go call it for the night. Yet again, I was woken up at like 6:30 this morning. Don't even know whose fault it was for sure. Be nice to know at this point. Gotta start blaming someone. Oh, I would love to know if they have internals on that. I doubt it. There, all you're gonna get is anecdotal from stores, right? So for instance, the pre-release that our store went that I went to on Friday had 48 people at it. That is the most I've ever seen at an event for one specific thing. They also had 18 commanders. So they had 60, what is that? 66 people for Magic. That's insane for them. They've never had that type of turnout. And I think that Final Fantasy caused that because there was a lot of people there that I saw for the first time for Final Fantasy. And I think that was a cause. And that might be. But I don't know that Spider-Man does that. I can't say what the population of Avatar is versus the like nostalgia side of what Final Fantasy is for a lot of the age groups that play this game. So I don't know. It's interesting. But knowing Wonderful Wizards of the Coast, there's no way they have that data. I doubt the distributors do. You'd have to talk to like each store. Yeah, probably. They tried with Final Fantasy, and I think they succeeded in a sense to turn it into a collectible as opposed to a playable. So that putting that in front of it gets a lot of people interested. But again, that's the whole problem of so if it's a collectible and I've got my Final Fantasy cards, why would I bother going into the next set? Favorite old set I'd like to draft and favorite new set I've drafted. I would love to go back and do an Apocalypse draft. I played Apocalypse back in the day and it was so much fun to draft. So I'd like to go back and do that. Favorite new set that I've drafted. Um, I guess MH3 would be great. I liked Ravnica Remastered, and I like Tarkir Dragonstorm. So kind of those. Yeah, I didn't draft it. Well, no, Conspiracy came out when I wasn't playing or collecting at the time. But I bet it's actually a pretty solid pack as it is, so it might be fun. Oddly enough, not that uh, Buddy has a cube. Oddly enough, I would like to draft Revise, not for the value of the cards, but because the set's so nostalgic. So, right, if we take out the value of the cards, I would still be totally down to draft that. That would be fun. Oh, it does? That's kind of funny. Oh, yeah, any of those. So, when you say revised, you could also say alpha beta. But revised was their like third attempt at their starting set. So I think that was when it became the most solid. So yeah, for sure, yeah, could proxy a cube of it. True, I could. If we skip the just proxy the dual lands, then I can get close. So I didn't know that Wheel of Fortune was worth so much these days. I thought Copy Artifact was the top that wasn't a dual land, but it's now Wheel of Fortune. And Copy Artifact's down a little bit even. Who knows? Yeah, chat. If you'd like to rip, you'd like to ship, have at it. Kind of getting close to the end here, so I'm going to give you like a last call, give it a little bit more time before I go pack this stuff up and get ready for the next day. The next day with the children in the world. It's so great. Last week of July already. I'm still stuck in like June mentality too. It sucks. So who knows? When do I day stream next? The calendar's opening up because stuff's starting to end for the summer. So I think I will be in discussion with the wife, of course. Probably looking at Tuesday. What? So it looks like I can do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, daytimes and night times. But it comes down to my energy level and if I'm willing to do that. DeBeast. Yeah, the app's actually a great way to learn. So I just need to get my schedule up, dang it. But I also don't know which platforms I'm going to choose for that. So yeah, Arena DeBeast. It's really good to start learning the mechanics of the game because it's pretty controlled in the way in which it works. And then that gives you the opportunity if you want to go, like, the best way to learn is to find a local game store and go there. Um, But it's fun. You mean streaming? Yes, it is actually a lot of fun. I enjoy this a lot. I just got to figure out here or there. You don't understand tapping fully. Um, so it's I guess it would be a lot easier if I was sitting next to you, honestly. And I'm also not the best explainer. Yeah, yeah, playing Magic is fun. I agree. So I highly recommend you go find a local game store and go and chit chat. Usually the owners are pretty solid for like rules and explaining that. Using is another way to put it. Yeah. Um, but once you figure it out, it's pretty solid. It's a lot of fun. We had a long discussion at the shop for trying to explain when death touch triggers. That was a fun one. That was a really hard one to word correctly because they were trying to say, well, when I assign damage, I'd like to assign damage this way, and I was like, yeah, well, trample triggers prior to death touch technically, so you have to make sure. Yeah, it was just so much fun. Yeah, there's a lot of great people at most LGSs. I can't speak for every location, right? So some people and some shops are jerks. It just exists, but fortunately, not. I'm not very good at explaining things, as I learned with the death touch discussion. It took 3 conversations to get through it. But we got there. The car ride home was when he finally the individual finally understood. I was like, yes, now we got it. Yeah, chat. If anyone would like to rip or ship, happy to do so. Get it rocking and rolling. True, very much so. He was trying, and so I understood the logic. So the way a lot of people explain death touch is if you do damage to something, it kills it. And I was like, yes, technically that is true, but you have to understand that trample damage has to make it through the full defense to be able to do damage. You can't just assign 1 damage to that monster and then trample everything else, even though it has a 3 defense. And I understood where he was coming from, but that was it was just the way someone gave him. The term I used was the poor man's explanation, right? It was just a hand wave explanation as opposed to an in depth. And I was like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but box toppers are typically 1 to 2 cards, depending on the set. Uh, yeah, it looks like it's 1 card for most of them. I would plan for 1, and if we get 2, woohoo! Right? Yeah. So the box toppers are 1 card. Uh, Usually, some of them are different art, some of them are normal, and then the promos are usually 3 cards. Wait, you're serious? No, it can't. I thought you because death touch is triggered after the damage. Did I have that wrong? Oh my god, did I explain that wrong? Oh my god. Hold on, now I gotta go see it. You're 80%. It's okay. Hold on. Now I gotta know. Now I gotta know, chat. So unfortunately, they don't have an immediate, but the AI says when a creature with death touch and trample is blocked, only 1 damage needs to be assigned to each blocker to be considered lethal. and the remaining damage then being dealt to the defending player. Gosh darn it. I hate it. Yeah, they can have some crazy stuff. So when it comes to like the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, you can get some pretty cool alt art stuff in there. And same for the Lord of the Rings, I think. Yeah, I'm texting him right now. Well, never explaining rules again. Oh, chat. This is why I didn't go to the judge school or anything like that, and I should just keep my mouth shut. I thought you had to do lethal. Yeah, the Zendikar, yeah. Booster, between booster versus collector booster packs right now. Yeah, you did burst it. It's like gone. I'm lost now. I don't know what I'm doing. So it really comes down to, depending on the set, collector boosters will give you more fancy, but the regular boosters will give you better price point for potentially hitting something busy in that. Yeah, really, exactly. If you want the pretty stuff, like the really pretty stuff, the galaxy foils, if it comes down to collectors, that's the way to go. But if you just want, so here's a good example. Even though I'm gonna lose my mind on that. Um, so here's a good example, right? So this card you can get in a play pack uh, for Edge of Eternities. Don't worry about which card it is, the pretty art, right? If we're talking pretty. But this card you can only get in a collector because it's borderless. It doesn't have this little border here. And so when it comes to some of these, this card you could get in a play pack. It's amazingly high value. But the other art of it, which I don't have, similar to like that type of border, you can only get in collector. Galaxy foil can only be found in collector. This can only be found in collector, even though it's not in English. So these showcases. So it's like that's a lot of what plays in. Additionally, in collectors, you will get, depending on the collector, 3 to 5 rares. Whereas in a play pack, you generally get 3 possible when you hit a foil rare and 2 regular rares. But the odds of that is very low. And then if you go old sets, like if it's draft or if it's draft packs, then it's 1 rare only, unless you hit a foil rare. Yeah, it's fun, all of it. I don't know. The promo stuff and the box toppers, that's usually just you can get cool cards with a stamp on it or in foil or things like that. And there can be some interesting chases in there as well. I gotta get the rest of the non-foils built. That's the next day or two project. Probably no daytime tomorrow, but I might do a nighttime tomorrow night. I don't know. I haven't looked it up. It's actually really hard because you can't scan any of this stuff. Let's go look. TCG. Let's just look. I don't know which one I'm looking for. The borderless. I guess all of the borderless are foil. Is that true? If it's not Galaxy, it says 65, but they don't list any foils. So is there a foil for it? It wasn't Galaxy, obviously. Holy cow, the Galaxy's $500. That's insane. But yeah. So I don't know why they don't list a foil in there. TCG doesn't specifically. Um, Man, the Borderless Galaxy is 288. Some of this stuff is so pretty. Oh, it's gonna be expensive. I'm doing my best not to open any right now, but we'll see. Zenway already spoke up on the Galaxy Watery Grave, so he's gonna get that. That thing's crazy. Wonder where that's at now. Good question. Yeah, mainly for the art. Yeah, you may um you may hold off on it. Borderless Galaxy foil. Really? The Watery Grave's already down to like 80, 93. That's interesting. So you might be able to find that art in non-foil somewhere. Well, unfortunately, that Gemstone Caverns is an expensive card in the first place, right? So it's really going to depend on the drop rate, but that art specifically is probably going to be more than the weird half cut. I keep calling it half cut, but you want the foil, yeah? Well, save up your pennies. It's gonna be a minute. I'm not selling mine. Sorry, can't cut you a deal on it. Uh, yeah, and it's not even there. So my guess is they're probably playing at 100 right now. We'll see if it slips below that. But if that is 60 something without the foil, then yeah, I would say probably 100. Pretty cards are tempting. I know, right? That's the problem with collectors. They're great and terrible at the same time. Chef, thank you so much for the lightning bolts. I appreciate it. So when I came back to Magic, I was pissed off that a collector pack existed, right? Because the problem was that you were making it too easy to get foils, and my old man voice in my head was like, that's not right. They should have to try really hard to get the pretty foils. And now I'm like, oh my god, it's so pretty and it's so easy to get, but I have to spend a fortune on it. And so it's like pay to win, basically. That's really what collectors are, is pay to win. Sometimes, occasionally. Pay to be pretty. You know what? It's been working out there. It is a gotcha. But then again, so basically this entire game is a gotcha, right? If you think about every pack out there, you can get as many collector packs as you'd like, Jack. Make sure to snag the coupon that's there and use free shipping at 45. So buy two. Trading card games in general are gotchas. Their price point for a piece of cardboard is yeah, exactly. You're getting a piece of cardboard with some pretty art on it. Now my wife and I do go and buy this art in big form from the artists themselves. But yeah. I like collectibles, so it's always fun. It's good stuff. Jack, sneaking in there. Looks like you're getting two. Once it loads up. There it goes. Jack, picking up two Edge of Eternity collectors. Let's see it. Let's look at all the pretties together, if you would like. Yes, rip. Two of them. Let's go. Best of luck to you. We're going to rip them for you. Let's see what we can find today. You need a goodie? I understand. Goodie. Insatiable Skittermaw to start us off. Frontline War Rager. Meltstrider Gear. Diplomatic Relations. This is misprinted, by the way. It's missing something about your monsters. It's interesting. Decode Transmission. Sunstar Expansionist. Vote Out. Cerebral Download. Blade of the Storms. We got a Galaxy Mountain. Looks so good. So the Galaxy is a little hard to see in the studio lights, but it's over there. Sir Vondam Sunstar Exemplar is a pretty solid card to use. It's actually very good for 2 casting costs. Solar Array. I love this card. I've got this art too. Looks so good. Cosmogoyf Borderless, followed by a Needle Spire in that Borderless art, and a Sunset Saboteur. This did some work too. I had both of these playing, and they were pretty solid. That Solar Array is an interesting card. Means Sunburst, which I forget what it is. Someone told me yesterday and I already forgot. Very nice indeed with that Needle Spires and that Cosmogoyf. Looks so cool. Yeah, this set is very, very pretty. Still can't decide. I'm still waiting for more people to tell me if it's good or not. Let's see it. Starting off with a Pinnacle Kill Ship, Dockworker Drone, Chrome Companion, Lost in Space, Shattered Wings, Larval Scoutlander, Survey Mechan, Tractor Beam, Tapestry Warden with the Forest, followed by Light Stall Inquisitor, interesting, the Angel Wizard, Uthros Research Craft. We got the Ragos Deft Gastronaut. Ooh, the Meteor Crater looks so good, followed by Arch Enemy's Charm. Damn, that looks so good. I haven't seen that one yet. Look at that. That looks really cool with the eyeball. Plus a Meteor Crater. Just so pretty. Lobster? Yeah. Oh, did we get the Lobster Chef? Wouldn't surprise me. I forgot about that guy. Dude, Jack, I think you did pretty good. I like these. They're pretty. Lots of good stuff in here. Definitely some nice white black, which is good. And then the Daft. Oh, yeah. He's the Lobster Citizen. That's what he is. Very nice. I didn't even notice him. Uthros. Very nice indeed. Jack, thank you so much for going in. I appreciate it. Just some great looking cards. Love it. Love to see it, chat. Happy to rip, happy to ship for anyone. Of course. It's a great set. Did it switch? It did switch. So yeah, that's like when you open a play pack, it's maybe one of those half-cut cards, and that's about it. The rest of it's kind of normal art usually. Occasionally you can get a borderless art, but the play packs are significantly less than the pretty landscape stuff, but still functional, right? So you can get functional cards out of it. It might take you more packs to get those functional cards, but you're talking price point differences too. So collectors are just expensive. They're going up, still going up. This price point will stay until I'm out of them, by the way, chat. This is based on my cost. So if the boxes go up to $5.50 next, you'll still have the same price point. I just happen to be pretty similar to what's out there right now on the per pack scale, but not on the box scale. But we'll see what happens. It's a good set for that. Yep, they do. They won't because it's getting bought out before it gets anywhere. That's the problem. Right. Yeah, that's the hard that's totally up to you and your budget, right? That's literally um this my biggest complaint, dang it, been spot on for it, is that a year and a half ago, it used to be before play packs existed, you could get a draft pack for $5. You could get a set pack for $7. You could get a collector pack for $25. Those were the going rates, and I could go out there and buy them for half of that and then resell you. I make a profit, you get the normal pricing, and we're all happy, right? You generally could pull $25 out of a collector pack pretty easily. The drafts were always hit or miss. It really just came down to that. Same for set. But it was pretty much all around, everyone knew the pricing. Now, today, it's a shit show, right? It's all over the place. I could charge you $5 for a play pack. I could charge you $10 for a play pack, and I would be within the realm of the current sales that are going on. The collector packs, anywhere between the shop was selling them at $30 a pack, and they're out. They're already sold out completely. They sold me a collector box at $245 as well. So it's like, that's great, but you're out now. So the going rate out there right now is 43, literally on the spot, and that's selling out very quickly. So it's like, but that doesn't make any sense. This set doesn't make any sense to be $44, but I paid $316 for the box, and then I have to mark up based on my expenses, right? So what it used to be is if it was $25 a pack, that would be $300 for the whole box. I can buy it for around 150, mark it up appropriately because I have overhead fees, I've got shipping fees, I've got packaging, all that, and it made sense. But now it's just broken. And unfortunately, the only way to fix it is to oversupply and crash the market. And they won't do that, not in the current bull market. There's no way they're going to let it crash. And so it's long gone. This is going to take years to fix. And because of that, it's spilling over to every other set. So every other set has next to no supply of commanders remaining. And it's SOL. And what's crazy is Wizards could probably double or triple some of their print runs and still make more money and still have the same problem. But it's like, from the sounds of it, they need to do millions upon millions of production to crash the market, given the current environment of all trading cards, not just Magic. And so it's going to be a mess for a while. I don't see a crash coming anytime soon between them and Pokemon. I can see some leveling out, some flattening, but I don't see it going back down to where it used to be anytime soon. To the population of Magic over time. I don't know. Can't decide. I've seen more people play recently than I've ever seen. And it's the hardest time to buy stuff. So it's crazy. Wish I was an expert in this, but I don't think anyone can be. I did economics a little bit in college, and I still, like, it doesn't follow logic. And that's my problem with it all of it, across the board. It's against logic. But if you look at our stock market today, if you talk about markets and change, our stock market is against all logic as well. And I think it's just too much gambling out of the investors, no matter what it is, crypto, in here, like Pokemon, Magic, stocks. Just everyone's gambling, and it's like a legal. Even though most gambling is now legal, it's a legalized version of gambling in an attempt to make money, and it's insane. Ooh, late night rants and raves. Let's go. Get that up and running. Dang it, Ben's been here for those many, many times. Well, it does. You're right. It really, like, if you think about it. So let's look at Final Fantasy. And I see that, Samantha. Well, I'll use my example here. For Final Fantasy, if you had money sitting around, cash sitting around, or you could take a big loan out, you could have bought at, I think the lowest I saw was 400 something, right? Yeah, everything against cost of living. You're right. But you could have bought at 400 something and sold for 1200. So you 200% your money, like in 2 months, 3 months ish. That's insane. So yeah, of course they want to do that. All right, I see that Samantha went in, going for one Innistrad Remastered Collector Pack. Nice, that'll be fun. Let's see if we can hit something cool in there. You got an Innistrad Remastered Play Pack. Let's go. And we got you an Edge of Eternity's Play Pack as well. Let's go. All right. So, Samantha, in chat, can you confirm for me if you would like those ripped or shipped? I always need confirmation in the chats before I lose it. Rip it. Let's do it. Let's start with Innistrad Remastered Play. See how we do. Innistrad Remastered is a very good set that got lost in like just too much going on in January. So no one ever really talks about it anymore. Falconrath Torture, Spore Crawler, Alchemist Greetings, Blazing Torch, Bound by Moonsilver, Lunark Veteran, Sever the Bloodlines, Indulgent Aristocrat, Covetous Castaway, Cultivator Colossus is a nice start right there. With a Westvale Abbey, Bound by Moonsilver, Soul Separator Swamp, and a Clue. That was a really good play pack. Holy cow. Damn. Don't see that very often. Good start. You love Vampires? Fair. See if we can get you a good one out of that collector. All right, so we got the Edge of Eternity, some pretties. Cryogen Relic, Squire Lightblade, Gene Pollinator, Bombard, Dark Endurance. That looks really cool. Galactic Wayfarer, Chrome Companion. You got the puppers. Surian Voidborn, Ruinous Rampage, Ilvoy Infiltrator. Oh, we got you a high market. Followed by the Zuifrit, Osteoharmonist. You got pretties. Yay. That's great. Self-craft and that. And Gothic creatures? Fair. Fair. That's a little bit Gothic right there. That's pretty cool. Congrats on those. High market's a great card in the first place. All right. Innistrad Remastered Collector Pack. Oh, come on. Is it the bottom? Maybe it's the bottom today. It's a bottom pack. Okay. Okay. We got there. We got there, chat. We got the wolf. Infoil. Faithless Looting. Raven and Inspector. Wild Field Scarecrow. Lunark Veteran. Angel's Tomb. Nice. Rise from the Tides. Neglected Heirloom. Island and Retro Frame. We got a Braid Borless. Ooh, that's awesome. Somberwald Sage. Lunark Mantle and Retro Frame. Torrens, Fist of the Angels, Spell Queller, that looks great. Hope Initiate, and a Cathar's Crusade to finish it off. Very nice. We'll send that Spell Queller with the Cathar's Crusade. This is a great card. Congrats on those. Very nice indeed. Samantha, thank you very much for going in. Yeah, that is. I agree. Totally. It's good stuff, chat. Hey, thank you. You got some pretty stuff coming your way, plus some very good cards as well. Yeah, that's literally all I'm in for on the Edge of Eternities. It feels like is it an awesome land? Yes, it is. Woohoo! That's good stuff. Chat, if anyone else would like to rip, have at it. Get in there. Also, if you haven't hit a follow, hit me a follow. I'd appreciate that. Having a lot of fun doing this and building up that platform level of stuff is not easy, but we're getting there. Sales have been solid enough that I think TikTok is relatively happy with me. I was told a little while back that they were surprised I was able to start streaming live stream on here with less than 1,000. I was like, I don't know if that's a current rule or if that's like their original rule, or if they just gave it to me because I have 7,000 followers on whatnot, something like that. Who knows? Competitive review. Yeah, I enjoy it over here. It's a lot of fun. The more we build this up, the more coupons we can earn, and that's really the goal. Oh yeah, I sell on whatnot. I still do, but I'm transitioning a little bit more and more over here because it's a little bit better supported platform and different style of community as well. So you can find me over there. I do more singles over there. Yeah, Dangpen knows he's been around the block a few times at this point. And so yeah, we did bulk on Saturday. It was incredibly slow. I don't know why people don't want to buy my bulk anymore. We're really cheap. And then I don't. We did on Thursday. I did a surprise set, and that had some pretty cool stuff you could win. And that was even slow. So I don't know. Everyone's kind of getting into their specific shows they watch that are all gambling, and that's about it. Who knows, chat? Yeah. If anyone would like to rip or ship, Probably get. I do have to go to bed at some point here. I'll wake up and do it all over again tomorrow. Right? I don't know why that is. So I think what I'm gonna do is I think I'm just gonna discount the box like during my next few shows and see if I can get a move because I've got like 40 boxes of bulk. It's insane now. But the rest of it I held back some stuff because I knew we weren't selling like the foil rare mythics and I need some spice to make it an interesting show. So I might do it on a Friday instead of a Saturday, like in the next couple weeks in between sets, basically. And I think I may have just lost a bunch of people to the weekend of pre-release. Who knows? I don't understand. Basically, what it is every time I get surprised by doing something and it goes well, and I sell a bunch of stuff and it's awesome. The next like 5 streams are mediocre, and I'm like, well, why am I doing this? Just to get surprised again another week later. It's just the trend over there. All of a sudden, everyone's like, nope, we got to keep Iceman here. We got to keep him hooked. Like a drug. Because the singles show was really hot last week. A lot of people came shopping. There was a lot of we sold out of most of my high end stuff. It was great. I moved so much product. And compared to like the last 3 weeks of single streams where it's been like drudge. So keeps you hooked. Chat keeps you hooked. That's the idea. But I definitely enjoy streaming. It's great. It's just it can be an adventure, especially over on that platform. This platform's pretty straightforward. I rip and ship, and I ship and rip, and I get some passive sales occasionally, and it works. Mathematically works, all that stuff. Fees are better over here. I do take the free shipping, so I pay for that, but they give coupons. I have to fund all the coupons on the other platform, so that's painful. 6 to 1, half dozen the other. Who knows? Yeah, chat. I'm gonna give you a last call. I do want to go to bed relatively soon, so last call for cards, packs, ship, rip, whatever you want to do. I don't care. Everything will go out tomorrow. I have requested that USPS come by and pick stuff up as opposed to me trying to drive it around because I have so many freaking bulk boxes. We still sold a bunch, but we didn't sell all of it. And that's the hard part. Yes. So do you. You need to go to sleep. So yeah. Last call. 4 packs. Give me another minute or two, and then I will go to bed. Oh, you said, haha. Yeah. Bulk boxes for singles, yes. So over on Whatnot, we offer every day. I offer a box of 4,800 cards. Normally it was $36, and you would pay shipping and taxes. So about $50 gets you 4,800 cards. All cards are inside $1, but they could be 99 cents, 75 cents, whatever. And it's across all the sets possible. And it's just I have a sorting machine. It's the on the right hand side next to the edge of the Eternity's Play. There is a what looks like a 3D printer over there. And I've bought collections, and so the extra stuff goes through that. So I've been offering that box for a while, but I did a dedicated stream for it, trying to push some of the other type product, and it was a little slow, but still sold some of it. Did pretty well, honestly, on the day. But I wanted to move the bulk box, the big bulk boxes, because there's a lot of them. It's a lot of cards. They need to go somewhere. They need a good home. So it's fun. All right, I finished that stack. Chat. That's it. Speak up while I do the little ramble that I usually do. So, next show should be probably tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. My shop is always available, and I believe the coupon is available on the shop normally outside of the stream, which is good. So that's a nice one. If you want to snag anything, I don't know. My guess is each coupon you can get once, as I get new coupons as we go. But I don't think you can use the same coupon multiple times. So you can always grab stuff anytime. Happy to ship. It'll ship out either same day or next day, depending on what time you order, and all that fun stuff. But the week, I'm looking to do a lot of nighttime stuff. Happy to have you guys join me. I might do some daytime too on here, depending on how I'm feeling, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, chat. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope you have an awesome start to your week. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, all. YouTube, same for you. Had a good 19 views. Someone's hanging out with me right now. Hi, thank you.